Sean here from Sean's RC Construction. Today I'm going to be doing just a small live. I haven't been live in a really long time, so I just figured I'd do one as I'm sitting here. It's not that often these days I get this. Oh, oh, that was a rookie mistake right there. But it's not that often that I actually get to. Let me just pop out the chat and stuff, guys. To be at home working on this stuff because I'm always on the road. And lucky enough, I'm at home today, so I'm going to actually do some work on the dozer. I'm going to do some work on the dozer because the problem with these D11s, and it's really annoying because they knew it was a problem, is the tracks kept popping off, just coming off and off and off. And at the start, I thought it was the sprocket. The teeth weren't big enough in the sprocket, and that the track just pops off and goes. Turns out that wasn't the problem. The problem is the actual idler. So the idler has zero, like nothing to hold in. Small bear, welcome, brother. How are you? Happy Friday. So the problem is, like with a D10, there's a little groove cut here on the D10 and a set screw that you can put up that stops this thing from turning. So on the D11, if I put this in here right now, if I put that in there, it just spins. So when you were turning, this is actually turning and just popping the tracks clean off, like just constantly. There wasn't enough when the track is in on it, there's not enough tension on it. So on the other side, I actually put in a spacer, like a little 5 millimeter from a 1/10 crawler, just just a spacer for your wheels. So I put one of them in on the other side to see if it works, if it's good. I've been operating it now for a while. The right side, perfect, nothing falls off because it put enough tension behind the idler. Now where it doesn't completely decompress, and then the idler just keeps turning because that was the problem. Like so, after I put the spacer on the other side, it's worked. It's been fine. So I did notice when I was down in Austin, I was down with KBRC, and I noticed so the left side was doing the same thing. So that's why now that I'm back in New York and I'm in my garage, like as you can see, and obviously you can't see all the construction stuff behind me. And the reason I'm in my garage is it's way too fucking heavy to carry all this stuff up to my RC room where I have all the 1/10 scale stuff. So I know the camera's up there and I'm looking here because this is where the chat is. Like, so hopefully people will get a notification that I'm live soon enough. I know Smiley Bear, he's in here. It's good to see you back around anyway, Smiley Bear, because we missed you around. Like, so it is good to see you back in and around the place again. But anyway, as I said, that's the reason. And I haven't been live and forever. I was actually it took me a while this morning actually to figure out. It's been that long since I've done a live how to get the the YouTube live and the YouTube live and the other live to get together. RC Beischer boy, hello ladies and gentlemen. Hello sir, welcome in. I'm not in Texas anymore, Beischer boy. I finished up in Texas last Wednesday. I think I finished up in Texas. So I'm back in New York again, and that's why I actually have all the stuff here to fix this and work on this. But it is a bummer though, guys, because when I reached out to them about it, they actually knew that this was a problem with they actually knew this was a problem with the dozer, but they still decided to release it anyway, with no recommendation on how to fix it or how not to fix it or anything. So It's just a bit of a bummer that you spend all that money on a big machine like this because this is the D11. Like this thing is humongous. It's 40 kilos, which is about 90 pound. So it's about 90 pound weight. Like so, it is a pretty big dozer. And for them to know that there's an issue and not even do anything about it is crazy. North Rock, welcome, sir. How are you? As I said, so my fix for the other side was just a simple little 5 millimeter spacer. I think it's actually off. I think this one might have been off one of my SCX tens or something like so. But that's what fixed the other side. So I just put it right on top of the spring, and then when the spring goes in, now there's enough tension on the spring that doesn't allow this thing to freely move. It's funny that you're in Texas, but you were still far away from West. I know, dude. I actually typed in El Paso, and from where I was, it was like a 10-hour drive or something. I was like, that is just mental. Like, other than that, I would have came to see you, like, because I did go and visit people down in Waco, Texas. I went and seen them, hung out with them, done some RC and stuff. I went down to Austin. I seen KBRC, so I went down, hung out with them as well. Done some attempted drifting, I'll call it, because it was definitely attempted drifting. See that fucking thing just turned on me, turned sideways there. I need a screwdriver to make sure it doesn't turn sideways. So let me just get this. That that's the biggest thing. You got to make sure you get it in where if it turns sideways, it'll have way too much tension on it. Then so maybe I'll put it in there with my finger first. Make sure it sits. You know what? It's actually probably better not doing that because you won't center the spring right. So I definitely got to get it to go in so it stays on the spring right. Yeah, you little bugger. Like they're big machines, but they're like tight to work on as well. You know what I mean? See if that's in sideways again. This one being but I think the difference in this one is just the little groove at the back is smaller than the other one I used. The other one, uh, but I could actually do it this way. I could actually drop it into this one where I can actually see me loading the spring in. So let me see if I drop it into this one. It's hard to see that light. I thought I'd be able to see it, no problem here, but I actually can't. I can see down into that thing. That's crazy. That is crazy. I thought, oh yeah, maybe you'll see it that way. So I'll use one of these washers. There we go. I'll use the washer to hold it. So on the end of the spring on this side, there is actually a little plastic washer. So from this side, I can use the plastic washer. The plastic washer will hold that. Make sure it gets into this one. Oh, I gotta make sure I get it into this one right. Hello, hello, everyone in the chat. RC next there, buddy. Welcome, dude. It's so good to see you back, man. Your locations are some of the craziest locations around. So it is good to see. It is good to see them locations back in play. All right, so that's that in this time, and it's in street. So now, when you put the track on, this thing will end up having enough tension. This thing will end up having enough tension now, where it'll not allow this thing to just freely turn. If I had the tools, I obviously I don't have proper tools. I would actually just drill it. I would drill a little groove in it and put a set screw in so it doesn't turn. And it's just astonishing to me that they didn't do that, because they have that exact system on the D10. Like, so if you take the idler on the D10, that's how it is on it. But for some weird reason on this one they didn't do that. Now comes the really fun part, guys. Getting these tracks back together. Because I'm on my own, it's hard. Like, if you have somebody to help you, it's really easy because they can push in on the idler. They can work with the idler, but because I'm on my own, it's actually really hard. I needed to be in the middle somewhere where I can actually. So this is where my trusty old companion will come into play right now. This is what I call my trusty old companion. With a big enough do this. This is the hard part now, getting this idler to go back in again. Doesn't even look like it's groove in the middle. Yes, it was moving, I just couldn't see it moving. This is definitely the tricky part, because you gotta get this to tighten without it jumping off the things, like so. This is what actually takes the longest, getting these tracks back on when you're by yourself. When you had somebody here to help me push in the idler, it wouldn't be as bad. So let's just see if we can get this to stay now. Nah, see, it keeps jumping off because you gotta get this. There we go. Hopefully that angle. Come on. You only have the back ripper blade to actually catch it on, you know. I got different, a different one of these in my car. I think it might actually work better than this one. This one has a metal end on it that just seems to be sliding. Let me see if that's anywhere near close. Still need another. Still need to go about another inch or so. You see if we can pull back on it. Release it for a second. Um, wonder what I could use at the back. This back ball piece is just turning. Um, I know I have a different one in my car, which probably would work a lot better. I'll keep it up. Kurt's RC, what's up, Sean, Kevin, Nick, Brian? What's up, everybody? Yeah, just sitting bored. I'm not used to having this much time off, so I'm in between. I'm in between projects right now, and I'm definitely not used to having this much time off. So, which is crazy. Come on, go back. Yes, trigger keep bouncing off the back instead of gripping. Ah, you trigger. I wonder if I get a piece of wood. Hold on, give me a second, guys. I got a piece of flat wood. There we go. That'll help better. I'll put this across the back. This friggin' little end keeps wiggling. I'm just being lazy. I could go out to my car right now, but I'm just being lazy as well. Hopefully. There we go. You think I would turn that phone off too, wouldn't it? That hopefully we'll grab it. Should be good. Now comes the tricky part though, because you gotta try and pin it. Which track does the pin go through first? It goes through this one first. So they're not as easy to work on these things as you would think. Like you'd think, oh, they're easy to work on, but they sure as hell ain't. So you gotta try and line the two openings up together. This is where having somebody else to help you actually comes in handy. That's why, like, when we do these, if we're at an event or something, like it's so much easier to work on these because there's somebody there to just help hold a piece or do a piece, whichever you need to do. Uh, I thought I had it pinned there and it just completely fell apart on me again. So what's everybody up to today anyway? What did I see next there? It's funny that you're in Texas, but yeah, but you're so far. Hey Sean, how's life treating you, brother? Hope you're having a great Friday. Still at work here. Yeah, well, yeah. As I said, I got 2 weeks off at the minute. It could turn into a few more because the permits for the new project still haven't come in yet. So It would be nice if they keep getting delayed. I'm actually at home to fucking January. Then all the equipment will be ready for cabin fever. That's for sure. But that's the next big event, really, is cabin fever. It's coming up in January, January 16th, 17th, I think it is. Kurt says working. RC next is working. Take this up. More this one. Mold it. Yeah, yeah. Everybody. No, that wouldn't work. Forget about that idea. See if I can get this another small bit. There might actually help a bit. Take some of the pressure off of it. I missed Tanks live, fell asleep on the couch. Yeah, I missed his live as well. I caught up with some of the guys on the after hours, but I missed the actual live. Do that though. Sometimes you know what? You work all freaking day. You're on some of these lives like nights, few nights a week, like and then it fucking catches up. Sometimes you just sit down, you don't mean to. Next thing you know, you're fucking getting woke up with a dog or a cat or some fucking thing. And you're gonna have to get down on my fucking knees here so I can see under this to where the pins go. I wonder if I try and pin it from below. I wonder if I try and pin it from down below, would it be easier? I don't know if it would though, because I'm not sure it would. You can just get that. You can just get the start of it, get it started, then the rest of it should come easy enough. Ah, fucking missed it. Missed it. This is a pain in the behind. That one, get the pin right there. And my knees doesn't help much anyway. Parents, I'm a professional. It's a small bear. Get on that couch and forget about it, dude. And what the heck did I just do now? Because now they're not even going together. And hold them together with pliers. So I gotta love doing crap live, guys, innit? Pretty tight still, like, um, another another small bit out of it. Right, that's it. I can't get any more than that out of it. That's the two of them actually touching each other. Roadside RC, hello friends. I think that part is on backwards. I think so. I think how difficult it's being right now. It feels like it's on backwards. Roadside buddy, how have you been? It's been a long time. I've been really busy too, so you know what? Actually, you know what? I wonder if I take that up off. What if I start it up and lift it up off the ground? Would that help? Get these big bad boy controllers out. That might actually help a bit. Let me see if I lift it back and up off the ground. I think this is the first time I've been able to be on YouTube at this time of day in fucking forever. Uh, Probably gonna have to take this off a second. We can get one. So I'm gonna take this off for a second in order to get this to lift up. Oh, there we go. Now this might help a little to get that back up off the ground completely. It might help. It might not help. We'll see. Only time will tell, won't it? But that for sure can't go any tighter. Right. Oh, maybe I should actually do this from my road. Might be easier. You know, like he took a lot of pressure off it there. Look at that. What would you know, huh? What's the chances? So I looked at that a bit sooner. The back track was actually sitting on the ground, so it was keeping a lot of pressure on me pulling them together. There we go. Look at that. Simple when you think about things. Now let this off gently. Uh, now, hopefully that. Man, that's crazy. Just taking it, lifting it up like that was fucking easy. Been doing great. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I haven't been around anybody's channel hardly lately. That when it's the last months of my project and you have to have everything ready, fucking sign offs, TCOs, CFOs, like it's fucking crazy for me. And actually, when I came home the other day, I went to bed. I fucking like I'm so used to being up at 5. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon when my phone went off. I woke up. I was like, you get burnt out being on the road all the time too. Like. So hopefully that fixed the problem. We should take it outside and test it out. Take care and be safe, Kim or Kurt. Kurt, have a good one. We'll probably see you. Who's live tonight? Josh is live tonight, didn't he? So we'll probably see you on Josh's live tonight, depending. Yeah, hopefully that fixed the issue because the idler right now. So the problem was this idler. Like when you turned left or right, the idler was actually turning left or right with you. So it was actually knocking the tracks off. And as I said, it was annoying because when I reached out to them about it, they were like, "Oh yeah, well, we sort of know." Well, if you know, like, why not fix the fucking issue before you send these things out to everybody? Oh, Warren, welcome, buddy. How's everything? So it's like, I guess they pump them out, they get them, and then when Muggins like, "Oh, spy them and figure out how to fix them," then they create the fix. 'Cause the fix will be for them now is just so the fix for them will be just add actually a couple more spacers in there to put. I think they could actually probably get a bigger and stiffer spring just a little longer because the problem was the spring is too short and there's not enough tension on it. So it just kept the idler spinning left and right when you tried to turn left and right. It's shown with the construction equipment. What new tools have you had to get to work on them? I actually had to get, and they're actually fucking awesome. Them like they got in this toolbox. They said, look, you said they're in this toolbox or they're in the other toolbox. I think they might be in the other toolbox. Hang on, give me a second. I'll go grab them. I'll show you because they're actually a friggin' lifesaver. We had life before I had them. Life working on the hydraulic lines was a pain in the ass. But now it's easy. Give me a few minutes and I'll be back. Talk among yourselves there for a second. So I have these, Kevin, and then there's another pair. There's another pair of pliers. I'm not sure. Maybe they're in that toolbox. So this one here is perfect. It's hard to see with that bright shining light on it. So you put your hydraulic piping in here and just gives you a complete clean cut. Let me see if I have a small piece of. Like here's a piece of whatever plastic or whatever. I don't know if it'll cut that, but so it just gives you a perfect straight cut constantly. So you're not jagging, and then it gives you three different blades. So whatever size will fit in there. Like that's a piece of drive shaft I'm cutting there, and it just cuts perfect. It cuts a perfect straight cut every time because it sits into that groove on the inside right there, and then just comes right down and chops. So then all your hydraulic lines are getting a straight piece to push right over, and then these pliers actually have like it's weird what's on them. So it's hard to see because of that light. Let me turn off one of them lights. Hold on. See if that helps any. Turn off the light a bit. Let me turn off that other one. Might work. There we go. That's probably better. So the pliers themselves have like I don't know what it is, but it's like chopping board material like on them. So when you pinch the hydraulic lines, it actually doesn't leave any marks. So there's no teeth or no thread or anything. So it doesn't actually dent the hydraulic lines. So they were handy tools that I had to get for them. There is a pair of pliers here somewhere too that are actually they were a fucking lifesaver because they're designed for the hydraulic. Um, and I'm not sure where they are at the minute. Hope I didn't fucking leave them. Hope I didn't leave them behind in Texas. That's for sure. They are an actual lifesaver. So they have two little ends on them, like two little fork ends on them, and they're designed just to go over the couplings. Let me see if they're in this. What's in this one? This one. Tools. camera equipment. Yeah, there's no all tools and camera equipment in that one. So anyway, they're like a needle nose plier, only the ends of them have the ends of them have like little forks on them. So let me see. I don't know if you can actually see one of the hydraulic connections. So where one of the hydraulic connections are, it goes over one side of the hydraulic connection, and then it goes over the. So you have a screw piece that goes over your hydraulic pipe that goes onto the other piece. So them pliers are designed, they clamp the two of them together for you really quick. They'll clamp them, and then you're just able to screw it together. So there was some tools that are like that. These things here are fucking awesome for everything. Like that was a what I was actually cutting there. That's actually a drive shaft from an ugly Betty, and see how easy it cut it and how smooth, just straight, complete straight line, like no hacking, no nothing. So they do, and the only reason the ugly Betty, I was moving shit around. I was moving shit around. What night was I down here? I was down here talking to the guys. One night, I think it was Tuesday night, maybe. I was down here Tuesday night or Wednesday night. I think it was. I was moving shit around, and then I just happened to come across the ugly Betty that I actually run over with a dozer. So I actually had the dozer like run over the ugly Betty. So and that's the height of my 124 scale. Oh, so let me see. I actually just noticed I have. Okay, so here, if I take this piece, right, so you have. Let me open this for you first a second. Come on. This one won't open. That's probably why I changed it up. Let me see. Do I have another one? Okay, so if I was to cut the hydraulic tube, say here somewhere, that's where you would just put that. It would give you a perfect straight line. And then this piece that screws here, you'd screw it up over, and then you have this piece, and then them little pliers would hook on to here and hook on to that screw piece, and he just pulls the two of them together, and it'll give it a click, and then you're able to just screw this piece right on with no problem, and it'll just pull the hydraulic pipe right out over the top of this connection. Because that was always the hard part, like getting these over these connections, and that's why these pliers they leave no marks in the tubing, and they'll help you slide the tubing on over the top of that stuff too. So like you see, they leave no marks in the tubing, which is which is really handy. Like I could have used these for a lot of things on when I was building the dollhouse rigs without leaving any marks or leaving anything. They're actually fucking handy. I didn't know such things existed. I know, Kevin, were you welding on these big things? I'm sure you have had to move plenty of hydraulic lines around in your day just to work on the one-to-ones, you know. So anyway, that was some tools that I had to get. But Jesus, this chair keeps like catching on the floor. I think that should work. I think that should work fine now. I do like the sound system in this though, where You can hear the actual tracks. The RC construction equipment is just amazing, next level engineering to be sure. It is, but I wish they would just take their time with some of the stuff, like something simple like that. How I figured out to use a 5 millimeter offset from a 110 scale crawler. Like I am at home in New York, near North Rock. That's why I actually have time to work in this stuff. I got home the other day. I finished up in Texas the other day, so I've actually had time to do this. There's some like I'm just looking at this sticker and there's like or looking at the table. There's a lot of channels I don't even hear of hardly anymore. Like Axiomatic is right there. Adventure Time I hear of all the time. Smiley Bear, you're right over here. A camera, your sticker's right over there. Bicer Boys right there. Vern Solo, Tuber Vaughn right there. There's a lot of Psycho 13 Garage, he's right there. Riff Raff, RC. There's a lot of channels on this that I don't really hear of anymore. There's JHM RC that just actually came off there right now. But if I move the dozer back far enough, you might be able to see. Oh, you just about see the smiley bear is right there. Yeah, the blade is just in the way. Hold on. Let's see. I don't want to knock. I don't want to knock this other stuff off my desk. Yeah, you still can barely see it. Let me see if I turn the camera a little bit. There you go, the big blue smiley bear. And I do have your new one somewhere too. That's the old one right there. And then there's an RC Voodoo right there. And there's a couple of others underneath the dozer right now. There's a load of fucking dirt from Austin when I was in Austin on this thing. But I think that's the exact trick now. I'm hoping like I'll get it out and test it out. Next weekend I might head up to Massachusetts next weekend. The guys up there are having a good the guys up there are having a really good time at the minute. They built a nice place for the guy Chris's house and it looks awesome because what's good about it is every week they have every week they have whatever they do stays there because that's the thing. Like we all go to these events and then after a few days the stuff is gone and wrecked out of there. But at Chris's place, whatever they do this week is still there next week when they go back. So they keep adding to it and adding to it. And it actually looks fucking awesome. So I might actually stop up by there. New England scale, New England construction scale or something they call them. They have a Facebook group too. Their Facebook group page is because they actually do some awesome stuff. Let me see what their Facebook group page is. Let me see groups, see all groups. Their Facebook page is actually any RC construction. So New England RC construction, and they actually have an awesome fucking. They've got an awesome setup, like it's cool. So I might go up there this weekend. 907, buddy. How's things? How's everything with you? Must be getting cold up your neck of the woods again. Sure is it? It's already that time of the year. You, I do have. I did make myself little red flags for this thing. So when I tow it on the truck, I just went to Home Depot, but I went to Home Depot and bought these like bendy things and better reflective tape. So I did make some flags. So then when I'm hauling it, I put the flags on, and then I put the oversized load on the front of the truck, and then put these things. Let me just have you get a look at them. So it's on the back of the trailer. It looks more realistic. You have the flags just coming out, like the little red flag coming out off the side of it. So when it's on the trailers, you see the red flags. And then the truck itself is oversized, and the back of the gates of the trailer says oversized load. So it's cool. Like this is the stupidest feature ever, but it makes me fucking happy. Like just the steps. It's just stupid. No, it's got practically no function whatsoever, unless you want to just pose. Like if you wanted to pose your driver, just standing as if he's climbing up. But just a simple little thing. It makes me. It just makes me happy all the time. Every time I use it, so, and it's dumb as fucking shit too. But I definitely think that should work because there's a lot more tension on the track now. That's for sure. Like than what there was. So hopefully when it because the problem was when the track sprung in, when the track went in, it allowed that idler to turn like so. 15th of this month, Missouri Scalers is having a rigs and coffee, and then Rock State Park. I don't wheel anymore, but they like me to just come and hang out. Dude, you should go hang out for sure, man. I don't know if you still get to go down to. I don't know if you still get to go down to that river beside you, Kevin. But that place would be an awesome place to go crawling. Even. It definitely looks like that fixed the problems. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. And that's a good thing I like about this dozer blade too, because this dozer on the D11, you don't have the tilt. So this one you can actually tilt. So the D11, once dirt gets stuck on the D11, right, so you go, it's like a six-way blade, so you go left, right, up, down, and then you can actually, if there's dirt stuck in the front of it, you just, so if there's dirt stuck on it there, you can just tilt it, dump the dirt off it, and you can change the angle that, you can change your angle from, like when you're dozing, of what way your blade actually goes into the ground. You can have your blade go in like very sharp at the start and then just bring it back up and curve it up. That's one feature I did like in that. The D110, the D10, the stuff that's stuck always on the blade. I gotta make a I gotta make a John's RC construction thing for the front of this one. I think because that's one thing I loved about the yellow one. I know Adventure Time RC has it now. He still kept the Sean's RC construction on the front of it as well. Like so he drives that one. And every time I see it, still it just looks good. So I might do the same for this, just put the Caterpillar signs and the Sean's RC construction. I know I'd have to make it bigger or something, but this thing can push. It can push a lot with the ground's good with stone, everything. It can push a good bit of snow because the Dozer weighs 90 pounds, like so it's 90 pound weight, and then the blade is like fucking the length of my arm wide, nearly. So it's a pretty big blade on it. I have photos of it somewhere with the D10. Let me see. Give you an idea of the difference between it and the D10. Let me see. So I got my photos. I go all the way back here somewhere. So here's a photo. Let me turn my brightness down. Hold on. Turn my brightness all the way down. There's a photo of the yellow dozer of the D110 and the D11. Like the D110 fucking blade fits inside the D11. Like so, there's a huge difference in the two of them. Let's see. That gives you another idea of the. It's very glary still. Let me see. That's that one. No, let me see. I'm trying to see if keeps popping up my information on the photo. I don't want information on the photo. That one's from the top. Let me see. This one maybe from the side. Give you an idea of the difference in the size of the two of them. There's a big difference in them. You have a great day, Sean. Got to head out. A couple of appointments. Enjoyed the visit. Always a pleasure. No problem, Kevin. Always pleasure to have you, buddy. Good to see you around. Yeah, I just said I'd pop on while I was working on this, and hopefully that fixed the problem. Because, as I say, there is a lot more tension on it now, and the other side, it worked great on the other side, so I don't see why not that it wouldn't work as well on this side. But it's as I said though, it's still annoying that they know they had that issue, and they still they know they had the issue, and they still sent it out with knowing they had that problem with it, which is crazy. But this thing is everything. Like, there's a smoke machine in it, so you can see the smoke coming out there. So when you were revving it, driving it, you'd have all the smoke coming out. Creates a lot of smoke though. Like, the only thing I wish it was black smoke, because for some reason they give you white smoke, and white smoke means you have a problem with your fucking engine. Like, white smoke is a what white smoke means that there's an issue with your fucking engine. So if it had black smoke, it would be a lot better, I think. It is a smoke that comes out, cool the house, and end up saying the smoke alarms off in the house or something. I actually got a. Now that I just figured that out. See, that was handy. Now I just figured out exactly where to get the sound system without the smoke coming on. I should actually make a mark on that controller. There we go. Perfect. Because there's another sound system in it, so you have the sound for all your tracks and everything, but then there's another one for like the blades, and I could never figure out exactly where to get it without the smoke coming on. So messing around there with all the smoke, I actually just figured out exactly where to get that sound system before the smoke kicks in, which is awesome. See, it helps sometimes just messing around. You know? But that's all I had to do to this thing. Just I'll get it out and test it out and make sure it's working again, going the way it should be. And then I might do a few more of these if I'm at home for a while. Who the heck you? How the heck do you carry that about? What's funny, 907. So I have a cart. I put them all in the cart. So when I put this and the excavator alone in the trunk of the car, the arches, boom, right back down on the end of the car. So normally when I'm going to events, I just rent the car because I don't give a fuck about a rental car. So I just rent the car, throw all this shit in the rent a car, and go. But when I'm traveling state to state, how I get them around is I load them all up in my car because my company pays for. I call up Roadrunner, it's a transportation company. They'll pick up my car. They'll take it to wherever my next location is. So I load all of this stuff as much as I can. Like I have the 6x6 dump trucks and stuff down there. I load them in, and then Roadrunner will come pick up my car. They'll deliver it to wherever I'm going. I fly there. So when I get there, my construction equipment's there for me. And it's the same. I'm seeing when I'm leaving as well. Like I call Roadrunner, pack it up. They'll take it. The car was actually back in New York about a week before I was. Because normally you give them a date and tell them the car will be ready. Let's say I said November 1st. From November 1st till November 10th, let's just say. So normally if I give them dates, normally it's closer to the fucking 10th when they would come to get your car. So this time around though, I give them the dates that hey my car will be ready. I think it was like October 19th, October 20th till the 31st. So the fuckers ended up showing up on the 19th. They texted me the day before, hey, we'll be there tomorrow for your car. So I was fucking scrambling the night before to make sure I got all the construction equipment in, everything in. And then so I did, and then the car was here way before I got here even. So then I ended up having to rent the car back down and end up having to rent the car in Texas then for a week as well. But not that I can complain because my company pays for that as well. Like. I will say though the gun cases from Harbor Freight, man, these are the best thing ever for these controllers. You just cut out whatever you need in them in the gun case. Just put it in. Keeps them keeps them well protected. Like, and they're all waterproof as well. So you can't go wrong. Fucking $25 in Harbor Freight. You don't need a big fancy aluminum case. Everything keeps them fucking great. And I had the orange one over there. The orange one's actually for the excavator. But now that I have this fixed, I'll get this on. I have another cable over there. I'll get this on over there, and then I'll take that 8x8 dump truck over here and take a look at it. I think the pinion gear's slipping or something because it would drive and then it would like stop for a second and it would drive again and kick in. So there's something not right with that. I'll figure that out and see what's going on with that. And then now that I'm back in New York, I'll get to work on this thing again. This thing is awesome. Like, so right now I have it. I got the motor in. I got the motor in. I got everything in where it's running. So right now it'll run, but I gotta just order a nice. I gotta order a nice interior for it. Cause like all the doors open on this one. It's fully die cast. It's a die cast body. Like the bonnet will open. All these back doors open. Like all these doors open on the back of it. This big back door opens as well. So I will get I will get triggering all the lights into it. I'll get the sound. Right now I have all these lights wired. Even the little indicator lights are all like you can see they're all wired right now. So I have them all wired. I have the gear servos in, the gear servo in. I get the motor in, the ESC in. So right now it's running, but I gotta order. It has like a steering wheel and a dashboard and all in it, but I think I'm gonna order a full light up dashboard. I'm gonna order maybe a complete like light up dashboard, everything for it. So I'm hoping because as of yesterday, the permits for the new project haven't come in yet. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that because Thanksgiving's coming up, everything the city because it's going to be in downtown Charlotte or downtown Charleston, South Carolina, is where I'm supposed to be going. So I'm hoping that because it's like a historic district and it's an historic district and it's a landmark building. I'm hoping they say, you know what, we don't want this work. We don't want this work happening during the holiday period. So then, if they say that, then I get to stay at home and get paid for a month or two, which would be nice. Then I definitely get working on everything. The excavator, it's good. I just put a brand new track motor in it. I actually upgraded the valve block and everything on it. Put a completely new valve block on it, so it's in pretty good shape. Just the dump truck. I just need to figure out with it. It's stopping and starting. The the Mercedes 8 the Lasso, that is South Carolina. It is North Rock, yeah. So that's where my next project could be in Charleston. Nice project though. It'd probably be close to a year, that project. So that's what I'm hoping anyway. That because it's right downtown Charleston, that they don't want big stupid construction fences and scaffoldings and everything up through the whole holiday period. One can only hope anyway. So you'll see. But no, my luck then they'll say, well, if this one's not going to start, to then here go fucking go to Atlanta for 6 months or some shit like you know. Christmas time is a busy time in Charleston. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. Like you know, and that's what I'm thinking. They won't want us having like fucking excavators going, scaffoldings up all the way around the whole building because we got to keep the facade of the building, and then we're gonna like gut most of the inside of the building, keep certain sections of it. Then we got to drive all new helical piles, everything, put in all new floors, elevator shafts, everything like so. I don't know if they'll want that going through the holiday period. But then again, they might because it would mean it's open for the next holiday period. So you never know. I just I'm not going to ask any questions because technically I still have next week off. So I don't want to ask any questions until because I'll start asking questions now. Then it'll be like, hey, well, these guys in LA or something could do a help in a project, and could you fly out there for a few weeks? Fuck off! Like I'm still off for a week, so I don't want to start asking until the end of next week because that's technically when my time is up. Then although I could just tell them because right now, I still have vacation days. I think of 30, I think it's 35 vacation days still left. So technically, right now, I could tell them, listen, I'm taking off to January 1st, whether they like it or not. Here's my vacation time put in. I just don't like doing that, though. I prefer them to tell me, so then it's like, oh, fuckers. How far are you from Charleston, Brian? I think you went to South Carolina, didn't you? Or are you North Carolina? Oh. Easy drive from New York, 95 most of fuck. I'll not be driving from New York. As I said, I'll just call Roadrunner. Roadrunner will pick up my car, pick up my construction vehicles. I'll fucking fly down there. By the time I get there, the car will be there. If the car's not there, I'll just rent the car till the car gets there. You know? 4 hour drive. That's actually not that bad. 4 hours. Not bad at all. Yeah, because I think Chris from RC84, he's like 3 hours away. So if I do end up going down there, I'll probably get I'll probably go and hang out at Chris's a few weekends as well because he's got that backyard, the construction part of that backyard looking fucking killer right now. He has it looking awesome. So I'd like to get some of my equipment down in there, have some fun with Chris. And then by that time, my new excavator should be here. My new excavator's fucking nuts. Like this excavator here is like 80 pound or something. The new one is like 120 pound. Way bigger than this thing even too. Like the bucket's fucking way bigger, everything. So it's nice. And I'll do an unboxing on it. I got it all custom painted as well. So because everybody gets their excavators and they're all fucking yellow. Like, and that's the reason I got this one Dozer white as well, because everybody has the yellow D11 Dozer. You know what I mean? So when I go to an event or something, I don't have to look around. Oh, which one's mine? There's the white fucking Dozer. Just go over, start it up. You know. For a lot of them, everybody gets yellow. Near Petersburg, Virginia. Now live. Oh, you now. Oh, I knew he was North Carolina site he used to live in. I thought you moved from North Carolina to South Carolina, but you moved to Virginia. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. You moved to Virginia as Tony moved away from Virginia. I have a few trucks that I'm going to sell at Cabin Fever as well. Though. I'm going to try and maybe sell my Kenworth and sell. Maybe I'll sell that orange dump truck too. Get it going. I did order. I did order axles for I did order all new axles for the Scania because this thing looks really good and it does, but it'll hold the trailer. It'll hold the trailer with the Volvo dump truck. I just really love the look of it though. So I did order all new axles to make it fully 8x8. It'll be full 8x8 4-wheel steer, all locking and unlocking. So I did order them for it because that's how the Lasso is. The Lasso is fully 8x8, and it'll pull the trailer with a dozer and all, no problem. The Tamiya put the dozer on the trailer. That Tamiya won't even move. Won't even just sit there spinning its wheels. But it'll pull the 6x6 dump truck okay. But I just want to make it fully 8x8 because I like the look of it, and it has the system that's in it. I put a servonaut system in it, which at the very start was fucking weird and awkward because it has a cruise control, so I can just put it to drive a small bit, and it'll just keep it whatever speed I set it at. So after now, I just do it. It's fucking handy because I can just keep the controller in one hand because all I have to do is steer. So I can just steer it then for filming. Makes it really easy for filming. So at the start, I thought this is fucking bonkers. Like what? Because I kept going. The only thing that's still weird in it is, so let's say this is the controller for it here. So what's weird about it still is you have to pull down and over like this to put it into reverse and then let go. But then reverse is still pushing forward. And that's still the part that my brain can't get the concept because you normally reverse forward, but for that servo nut system, you still had to push forward to go reverse. But it has three different speeds in it. Like so, you have the 3-speed transmission, but even in your in the cruise control, you can just keep tapping it, and it'll actually rev higher and higher and just gain speed gradually for whatever way you want to keep the cruise control. So it's a really cool fucking feature. It's a really awesome feature. I got to figure out. Actually, this fucking. What does this controller belong to? Controller. I thought this was off the. I thought that was off the 6x6 dump truck, but it's not 6x6 dump truck sitting there. What the fuck is that controller for? One for the Scania is sitting up there. The one for that dump truck is sitting there. Where's the one for? Oh, gee. That fucking chair's gonna be your gasoline again. What the fuck controller? Maybe that's. Oh, maybe that's. Oh, what the fuck? The wheel just popped off my chair. Here, this chair's out to get me today. I gotta figure that out later. I'll figure that out later. Maybe that's actually off the one that I just. Maybe that's off the one that I shown earlier that I done. I gotta actually fucking. I gotta actually take time and mark these fucking controllers one of these days. Now I don't even know where the one is. Or where the hell is my one for the Lesu? That's a black controller. Fuck, don't tell me I left it in Texas. Huh. I hope I didn't leave that controller because that controller's well programmed for. Is that Lesu's fully 8x8? Oh, just in case you're wondering, yes, my shirt says fuck you. But on the back of it is the funny part. I don't know if you can see the back of it. Back the funny part. Um, where the fuck is that black controller for the Lesu? Shit, I better not have left that in Texas. Because that one's programmed, because that one has, it's fully 8x8, It has all the locking diffs, unlocking diffs, everything on it too. Fuck, but we definitely didn't lose that one. Joyce, tonight we are going to see him fall. I know, yeah, it's like fucking crazy. The chair is just, I don't know what's up with the chair right now. I'll figure it out later. I love that he complains that nobody reads comments and he's not reading comments. I read all the comments. It takes me a minute. I'm on my own, don't forget. There's not a panel of 20 people looking at it. I asked the guys in there, I've been reading all the fucking comments. You know? I was actually looking around for a controller. Oh, where the fuck? Shit, I hope I didn't leave that in Texas. If they try and reprogram that, it's going to be fun, man. Because it's got all the lighting sequences. You've all the light sequences. You've got the lock and unlock and this, the high and low transmissions. It's only a two-speed transmission in that one. Oh, bollocks. I don't see a black controller around fucking anywhere. There you go, Rumba. Maybe I gotta just search my car a bit better, see if it's in that mess somewhere. Gotta give you a hard time since it's what you live for. Totally. Absolutely. But there's normally 10 using the chat and nobody reading the comments. That's the whole reason I don't have Nightbot. If I had Nightbot, I'd be fucking tortured. Because the amount of people's Nightbots I do that, like first to 10 wins a prize or first to 5 wins a prize. Like I should start actually offering prizes for that. Although it end up costing me a fortune and fucking postage and package probably. Shit, I do not see that controller anywhere. These are cool though. These are actually full concrete. It's hard to see. That light just keeps glaring on everything there. But these are actual concrete Jersey barriers. 114 scale Jersey barriers. Because the guy made them like I don't know how the hell he got that concrete so smooth. I can't even get the guys pouring fucking slabs on my building to get the concrete that smooth. Maybe I need to hire him for doing my building course. Dude, that's gonna annoy the shit out of me now with that controller. And I just happen to be talking about the lasso. Oh damn. No, damn, what time is it? 1:30. So guys, I'm probably gonna shut this down anyway. I was just popping in. I just popped on while I was working in this to get it going and I gotta get it out. But as you can see, there's a better tension on it now. Even when I push down, you can feel the difference in it because it just sucked. Like you turn left or right. It's all depending how quick you were turning. It just turned the whole idler and your track popped off. And it just didn't make any sense whatsoever. Like it just annoys me though that they knew it was an issue and they didn't even try to fix the issue before shipping them all out. And then they didn't even tell you that it was an issue or a potential issue. Like at least if they had said, "Hey, there's a potential of this happening, and we're working on a fix, or we're working on something." No, like nothing. And then once I told them what I done to fix the other side, they're like, "Oh yeah, that could work." Like you fucking kidding me? Is retards like so? But I guess that's it. I will say though, it was that long since I went live. It took me about 10 minutes this morning to try and figure out how to actually get the YouTube live and the lives to go together again. It was like I was looking at it like, what the hell is going on here? But maybe I need to start doing a few more lives again. Like maybe I should do non-tomato Tuesdays or something. So I know Tank was talking about doing tomato Tuesdays again, but that's just him and Brad talking fucking tomato again. I could do tomato Tuesday, but make it that it's 1/14 scale tomato Tuesdays. I could just work on all 1/14 scale tomato Tuesdays. Maybe that's what I could do. I don't know. I'd say it depends because my life gets fucking busy and hectic and crazy. So it just depends. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna shut this live down and I just see. I'll shut this down, guys, and thanks everybody for taking the time to stop in. Hope you all enjoyed. And somebody out there with D11, hope it helps you. So thanks everyone.